Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with NieR Automata episode number 24 reaction, and this is the final episode of NieR Automata. So this is the whole story obviously. This is the end of this is where the game ended as well, and I'm assuming this is also where the anime will end. So I'm looking forward to how they're going to end this, and I'll have a lot of discussion to do after the end. So yeah, in the previous episode, basically what happened is that Niners went inside the tower, and A2 also went in, and they had like a confrontation in the end. And now they're gonna fight. So that's how it ended. Also, Popol and Devola's story also ended over there. Yeah. So all those things happened, and A2 also got to know about the truth of the about the whole situation, about humanity and everything. So yeah, overall, it's coming to a conclusion, the whole thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how they're going to end this, and after the end, I'm going to compare the ending of the anime to the ending of the game, because I'm pretty sure they won't end it like the game, because it's pretty difficult to end it like the game. They're definitely going to do some different stuff probably. I'm excited to see what they do with it. So let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we start with the pot stocking. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, this part was in the game. Yeah. Right. Damn, what's happening here? Right, here we go. Damn, the difference, the contrast. Damn. Wow. Yo. Oh, there we go. Okay. The virus. Nerve relay, brain unit. Hmm. So he's still recoverable. He's not gone off completely, unlike 2B. Oh, damn. Oh, it's crazy how Ninus is able to keep up with her because he's a scout model. Crazy. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Oh, that's 2B's hand. Oh boy. Hmm. He said the same thing that he said to be. Oh boy. Oh no, he's hacking. Right. Okay, this is new. I don't remember this in the game. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh, that's why. Damn, Niners became a whole villain after all of this. Okay, this was definitely not in the game. Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe like this part of 2B's memory is in A2. So if Ninus will trigger that, maybe that can stop him. Oh, this is Lily, isn't it? Oh, oh wow. Oh no. Okay, okay, okay. It is the bot. Oh, nice. Gap in defense. Oh God. Yeah, yeah. You can see like the virus was probably making him go even further. Like like it kind of. Okay. Oh. What that from? Wait, what? 11942? Like I knew this was in future, but it was. Hmm. Yeah. Just like A2. Oh, great! This thing. You don't have to. Yeah, she knows. Hmm. Yeah. So. Hmm. Young selves will go to new frontier. Hmm. Our memories and send them to a new world. You do not remember. Wait. Oh, so the decision. Oh yeah, here's the decision. Right. The severe virus corruption. Hmm. Okay. Right. Is okay. Wait a minute. So yeah, this is one of the decisions in the game. I remember. But okay. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh boy. The song as well. The weight of the world. Oh, I hope they do that. I hope. I really hope they do it. Yeah, this half of the episode still left. They're definitely going to do it. But okay, you know what? Let's wait. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Right. Yep. There we go. Oh. Oh boy. Right, here we go. He's, he's referring to himself. Well, wow, they're doing it. There you go. Oh, mm, yeah, they repeat the same things, but as pod 042 says, a different possibility also exists. Wait, this is new. Final project. Yeah. Okay, this is new. Oh my god. This isn't good. It's like, bro, you're broken. Oh Lord, my emotions. Denied. Oh my God. So I'm just a minute. Okay. Oh, yo. Uh, Yo. Oh, damn. But so many of them are there. That's the problem. Oh, she used the satellite. Damn. Pod 153. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, what is happening? What the hell, man? Bro, just leave us alone. Oh god. Oh my god. What the hell? God damn, wait, so they defeated all of them? How? I guess probably after hacking the this scene. Yep. Uh, and eight. Bro, where's hello? Where's A2? Where's A2? What the hell? Okay, what the hell happened? Where's A2? A2 was supposed to be there. On top of the alternative Eden. Oh, there's still something left. Okay, show us A2. Where is she? What the? Wait, who was that? Oh, oh, there is A2. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I got a bit confused in the end. Who? Okay, yeah, everything. Okay, obviously, like everything kind of went just like how it went in the game. But was that in the end? Was that like A2's? I don't know, like I don't know, like spirit or something. Like what was that? Who was that girl with the, with the thing with the suitcase? Because they showed A2 immediately after that, alongside the lunar tier. There was like, was that like some kind of a, like some like A2's like spirit or whatever? You know what? Let me check something. I'm trying to see something here. Yeah, okay, I think that's A2. I think so. In the end, I'm not talking about like A2 who's over there. I'm talking about the girl with the suitcase. Was that A2? Probably because the eye color is the same. Because of the different hairstyle and everything, and the glasses, I couldn't recognize it. But okay, does that like well, did that show like in a way like, oh, that was like her new journey or whatever, like she, okay, you know what, let me check something. Let me see if there's people talking about what that scene was in the end, because yeah, I'm pretty sure that's A2, but I'm guessing that kind of denotes that that was it for A2, and she moved on or something, like, and like a new, like that was like her spirit or whatever. um Let me check. Like, let me check if I can find something. Okay, overall this was basically kind of new. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, by the way, who is this? Okay, Accord. Who's Accord? Wait, am I gonna get spoiled or something about something? You know what, I don't care if I get spoiled. I need to know who that person is in the end. She's a secret merchant in the games? What? Where? I haven't seen her anywhere. Did I miss her completely? I played the game, NieR Automata, or is it like the other NieR games? Oh, she was in Drakengard. Drakengard 3. Was she NieR? Wait a minute. During the events of NieR, Accord acts as a merchant who is known to have passed through the village. He apparently used a signature travel bag to carry goods. Oh, I guess it's probably in NieR Replicant or whatever. I still haven't completely played NieR Replicant. I'm like midway. Maybe I'll meet her later or something. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So someone I had no clue about. I had no idea who that was. Okay, so that wasn't A2. Okay, thank God, because I was thinking like that was like some kind of a depiction that, oh, A2 passed away or something. But no, I'm guessing A2 still going to come back, just like how 2B and 9S came back. And that's what happened. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about like the differences between, quite a few differences from the game, but they kept most of the thing the same. Right, and also, okay, they added like a completely anime original section at the ending, that from the part where we see the pods are bringing 9S to that place. From that point onwards, when the tower was like, oh, deletion of all the like androids, and the other pod comes in and tries to like, and the pods talk to each other and they start fighting, that whole section wasn't in the game at all. That wasn't it. That wasn't there. They just stopped in the section where they showed the two pods are bringing 9S and like the parts and everything, and put it over in the building, and they kind of zoom out, and you see, go on top, over there on the top, you see that part. They showed that part, where there's a window and there's a sword over there stuck. Over there, A2 was supposed to be there, kind of like leaning on the window over there, just there. So that would mean they showed that 9s, 2b are also there, and A2 is also there together, all three of them over there, and that's how the story, like the game ends. And that's why in that section I was like, where is A2? A2 is supposed to be there, like what the hell. But they show A2 in the end, beside that lunar tier, you see that part. So they did show A2 in the end, which obviously that indicates that yeah, A2 is also fine. She will also be just like 9s and 2b, she'll also be okay. Also, 9s and 2b getting up and greeting each other wasn't in the game at all. They ended it over there and kept it like open-ended like that. But obviously, it's pretty obvious that 9s and A2, 9s, A2 and 2b will be fine after that. They'll probably wake up eventually, and you know, yeah. And also the pod's fate is also left open. They don't really show anything. The pods, they just show the pods bringing, like, you know, the bodies. Also, I think it was not only these two pods, the other pods were also helping, as far as I can remember. I don't remember that exact scene, but I'm pretty sure something like that happened. Like all the pods were like bringing in, you know what, let me check. I'm gonna check the ending scene of the game, and you know, okay, just a minute, let that load. And while this is happening, let me talk about yeah, okay, so yeah, as I was saying, so that is where the game ended, and they kind of, I guess, expanded. Now I'm not really sure which is better. I feel like, I don't know, like I really loved the game ending, and even though the game ending doesn't really show anything concrete in the end, this anime ending does kind of show something concrete, that oh, you know, she was like, both of them, like, you know, wake up and you know everything will be fine. But one thing I'm a bit sad about is the pods. Like they show the pods, you know, like that was it for the pods, and that's the only thing I'm a bit, you know, a little bit sad about, because in the game that doesn't happen. In the game we see, yeah, okay, here we go. I'm looking at the ending scene of the game now. Yeah, it wasn't only these two. All the pods were helping. All of them were bringing back the body parts and everything, and they show you know, those doves flying around, 9s and 2b on top of the building, and then they zoom out a little bit, and on a different building, I think, yeah, they kind of show A2 is there leaning on the window. Yeah, they kind of zoom out, A2 is leaning on the window. This scene in the anime, they don't show this. They only show the sword or the weapon that A2 was using, and A2 wasn't there. That's why I was like, oh, where's A2? What the hell? But then they do show A2 later on, you know, on that bridge, kind of laying there with beside the lunar tier. So that kind of shows that, oh, it's fine. A2 is also okay. They'll also wake up. Yeah. So that's the, I guess you could say, in a way, I guess you could say that kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, that the pods are just now just gave their life to, you know, like you know, like bring A2 and bring the 3 androids back. They had to like fight all of them, and in the end both the pods are just down. That just leaves a bad taste in my mouth in the end. Other than that, yeah, everything else was the same. They added a bit of extra. To be honest, I still feel like the game ending was way better. Like, you know, like it just, it has something. It keeps, I don't know why, but you know, but like I said, the pods just giving their life wasn't really, I didn't really like that. Like I understand, like, oh, they sacrificed their lives to, you know, bring those two other back, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to bring the pods back in the future as well. Nobody knows, nothing is set in stone. But still, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, seeing that those two had to just, you know, give their all, like they ended, you know, and got destroyed by the end. While the anime didn't, the game didn't do that. The game took a different like, you know, approach, where in the end we see all the pods helping them bring their parts together. While here it goes in a completely different direction. Right. Yeah, so that's the first thing that I'm a bit kind of iffy about, you know, about this ending. Also, the fact that they showed, which is kind of nice, I guess, in a way, that they did give us a closure that, oh, 9s and 2b wakes up, 2b's like, oh, 9s, you know, like, and 9s also is there. So yeah, but I feel like the game keeping it open was a bit, I don't know, like, because it's pretty obvious in the game that everything will be okay. They don't really show them wake up, but they might as well have. It's pretty obvious that everything will be fine. That's why the pods were bringing the parts together, and the pods themselves talk about it, and they were like, "Will everything will be okay?" And like, and as we hear, the pod 042 was like, "Yeah, everything. They'll get back their memories and everything." At which the other pod was like, "But doesn't that mean they'll repeat the same mistakes, do the same thing over again?" At which the other pod was like, "Yeah, but at the same time, this is life. Like, who knows what might change. Life isn't something that is predetermined. It's something that you like win for yourself. So nobody knows what the future will hold." That whole conversation was there in the game as well. So it's pretty obvious that everything is okay. Everything will be fine. They will wake up, and like, they'll probably, that whole thing. It's pretty obvious. But they didn't really show that, so I don't know. I don't know what I feel about them literally showing it over here. But it was a nice little touch to it in the end. But I would have been happier if they also showed A2 wake up as well, because why not? Like, these two wakes up, why not A2? Why just leave her just behind like that? They could have showed A2 wake up as well. Also, the thing that happened with the pods in the end didn't really sit well with me. I'm just a little bit angry with, not angry, I would say, a bit like, dissatisfied with the ending for the pods, at least. Again, like I said, I'm pretty sure maybe they can be brought back. Maybe, like, just like A2 and A2, 2B and 9S, the pods can also be brought back and everything. But still, ending it like that kind of, makes me a little bit, like, yeah. There you go. So that is the only, like, thing I have, like, a little bit of a complaint I have by the end of it. Otherwise, everything else was like completely the same. And I'm glad that they kept the whole credit roll scene where the credit starts rolling and then suddenly the credit stops and the pod is like, wait, stop the credits. And then they start talking about it. Yeah. Also, okay, now we'll talk about the differences in the game. What were the differences from the game in the anime? First and foremost, in the game literally tells you, like, who do you want to control, 9S or A2? You can control either of them and then fight. And the fight happens, you defeat the other one, and then, as we see in the end, the choice comes in of whether you want to go with the machine life forms or you want to stay here. That whole part. And that happens, and you choose one of them, it kind of ends over there, and then I think you have to repeat it again, now with the other character. And then, finally, after you do it with the other character as well, then, in the after credit scene, this happens. So the first time you use, like, control one of the characters, A2 or 9S, this doesn't happen. This whole, like, credit stop thing and rollback credit doesn't happen. It goes like, normally, and it ends. And then you have to load back the game and, I think, choose the other character and fight them. And then after that fight, then during the ended credit scene, like, the pods intervene and they're like, "Oh, like, do you want this to end like this?" And and then pod 042 was like, "Yeah, like, I want to change this. I don't want to like, end this over here." And then the credit scene starts rolling back, and then a little mini game happens. Now, this is the part where the game shines. Obviously, anime cannot really do it. I said this in the previous episode as well. Like, anime isn't interactive. Game being interactive, it makes it so much more meaningful, I feel like. So, even though you've watched the anime ending, like, playing the game for the first time and experiencing in this firsthand is a completely different experience. And it gives you such a, I don't know what to call it, but it gives you such a unique feeling. So basically what happens after this is that credits goes back, and then a little mini game happens. This mini game you have to play when you are hacking. Every single time in the game when you're hacking, you have to play a mini game. A little like, a little spaceship comes up and you have to, like, shoot, like, bullets with it. It's like a those bullet hell games, kind of like that. That's like the hacking mini game. So here we have to go through a bullet hell. Like, literally, the credits and each and every people who have, like, who are in the credits, their name comes down and you have to shoot them and destroy them. And you have, like, 2 or 3 mini lives, and then you have to fight, and then more and more you do it, it keeps going and going, and then more credit scenes comes down, the more difficult it starts destroying them. So finally at some point, unless and until you are like a very good gamer, a pro gamer in these mini like in these bullet hell games, you cannot complete it on your own. So basically eventually 90% of the people fail, and when you fail, the bot tells you, oh, you want to give up? 042 give tells you, and you're like yes and no, you're like no, and then he restarts your whole game again. Not whole game, but that mini game again. You have to fight again from the beginning, and then sometimes you can reach like a certain checkpoint, and like after you die, you can come back from there again. But every single time you die, the pod asks you want to give up, and every single time the dialogue changes a little bit. He tells you like, oh, it's very like tough, do you want to give up? The next time he says something different. He says something like I don't remember the exact dialogue, but he changes his dialogue and asks the same question in the end. You want to go on or you want to give up? So you have to do this, I think, like at least 4 to 5 times. The more as you die, he brings you back again and again to the checkpoint, and then finally I think the pod says that like other people like you want to help, like ask help from them, and you have to say like yes or no, I think. And then other like those small little like things come and start rotating around you, and you have like other people's help. Now this is where the whole save game thing comes into play. So basically these other little things that are fighting along with you, they are literally kind of protecting you, like rotating around you. So they die and another one comes and takes its place. And when each of them die, apparently one person, one human being who has played the game, their save file apparently is getting deleted, basically. So like this is the very interesting part. So you keep fighting like that, and now it becomes very easy for you because all of them are, everyone is helping you. And I love how the game does this place, because in the background the weight of the world is being the song is like going on, and when this part happens, when everyone starts helping you, the weight of the world music changes and you hear a chorus as if a lot of people are singing it at the same time. Like I said, the game is a different experience. You can never get that experience if you just watch the anime, and I feel like it's like a completely different thing. So the chorus changes, it seems like a lot of people are singing along with the main person who was singing it, and a lot of people are helping you as well. So this happens goes on and on and on for quite a while. You keep dying, you don't keep dying, all the others keep dying, and another person takes their place. You see the names as well, the usernames, like, oh, this person has come to help you, and then this person died, but it continues, and then finally at the end, after this whole thing ends, I think they tell you that like your save file, if you want to, you can give it up, and if you give it up, then just like everyone else who has helped you in this final battle, you will be one of them. For that you have to sacrifice your save data, like all the game, everything that you have done, all the achievements and everything. The achievements will be there, obviously, if you're playing it on Steam and everything, the achievements will be there, but all the save data, all the weapons and everything, every single thing, it'll be deleted. Do you want that? They ask you, and you can say yes or no, and then they again tell you that you really want it. That means that you're going to lose everything. It's fine if they even say that it's fine if you don't want to do it, but will you do it? Will you help someone else just like everyone else has helped you? And and then second time, after I think second or the third time, they ask you the same question. If you say yes, then they will be like, okay, then thank you for your help or something like that, they say. And they tell you to give like a little bit of a like a message at the end, that whenever you help someone else, that message will play, just like all the other messages were playing when they're coming to help you. And then if you say yes, all your save data gets deleted one after the other. They show the whole process of it getting deleted. Like they open the menu. I love this part so much. They open the menu and they go to your weapons, and the pod says something like delete, like deletion started, and one after the other, all the weapons that you've collected just gets deleted. Everything gets deleted. And finally they go to the save data. The save slot, there's like 3 or 4 save slots. Go to the save slots, delete it. It deletes it, and finally it's the end, And and obviously this scene is shown after that, this final scene. And there you go, that's how it ends. So this is why I said, like, it's impossible to do this in anime, obviously, like, because anime is not interactive. So however, they did do it, but obviously the interactive part, the whole bullet hell minigame part, which makes it so beautiful, and and seeing like everyone comes to help you, obviously they cannot add that. That's kind of impossible to do it in an anime format, so they skipped that part. But I'm actually glad that they kept it up until they can. Like even the end credit scene and it going back and the pods talking to each other, they kept that. So I'm glad about that. I thought they were going to completely abandon all of that and do it in some other way, but no, they kept that, which is good. So yeah, overall, obviously the game is completely different. It's a different experience because it's interactive. It means so much more because you're literally participating in it. So I don't think anyone who has seen that anime can get the same feeling that they could have while playing the game. The game is a completely different beast. But yeah, I'm just glad that they tried their best to keep it the same, and they even added that little mini section in the end. But yeah, the only like complaint I have, I would say, is that seeing the pods like that in the end. I'm not really happy about that. Like the game didn't have that. In the game, the pods were just bringing them back, and here we see the pods are just dead. Like, bro, like what? Why? Yeah. Either way, there you go. That was today's episode. And also the part where this was also like an, I guess, the anime original part, where like an A2, like kind of got hacked by 9S, and 9S goes and starts prodding her memories, and she's like, oh, leave me alone. Obviously that whole section was completely anime original, because um in the game, A2 doesn't even have a past, or she has a past, but they don't really show us that past in that way. Lily doesn't exist in the anime, so A2, a lot of A2's character development or past doesn't really happen in the game. All we get to know of A2 is that, oh, she was betrayed, she was a previous, like, one of the previous units, and that is it. And I guess you could say, like, the anime did a lot of justice to A2's character because it added so much more to A2. That is one thing I'm actually glad about the anime, and this is one thing I'm actually happy that the anime did in a better way. Like, like in the game, a lot of the characters don't really have that much depth. For example, like Lily doesn't even exist. Anemone is there. Anemone is the leader in the game. Anemone doesn't really have any type of character development or any character depth. She's just there, and she gives you like like some missions to do sometimes, and that's it. So you don't really feel attached to the characters except the main few characters. That's the one thing that the game does, that the game kind of, I guess you could say, doesn't really do. Like, the only characters you get attached to in the game are 2B, 9S, A2, Pascal. Who else? And that's it. Who else is there? Is there anyone else you get attached to in the game? Not really, I guess. You do feel bad for a few characters. For example, there's a character called Engels, that big Goliath, that. Then there is, I guess you could say, the villagers in Pascal's village, the little kids, they, these are the characters you get attached to and, kind of feel bad about in the end. But in the way the anime did it, like they didn't do it in the game. In the anime, the character, development and the character, I guess you could say, oh, two more characters you get attached to, maybe three. The operators, in the game as well, 6O and 21O. Also the main commander, kind of, I guess, but you get more attached to the other two operators, 6O and 21O, because they actually give you missions to do, and you kind of get attached to them a little bit more. The commander is just there, and even in the end, that part was sad. But in the game, that's how it goes. The anime did it way better because they actually had characters. Jackass in the anime is so much better because in the game, Jackass is an actual jackass. Like, yeah, she is. She's foul-mouthed, and I was crazy. It was crazy to see Jackass have such a goofy personality. However, she reminded me of Hanji from Attack on Titan. Jackass, that whole goofy personality, but very serious sometimes. That whole thing. In the game, Jackass is a complete jackass. Like really, she talks to you in such a passive aggressive way throughout the whole game. She treats other characters like crap, and not in that sense, I guess, but still, she's a bit kind of so I was baffled to see Jackass being like this. So like these characters, they kind of gave them way more depth, and I'm actually glad about that. A2 goes through the most character development in the anime. None of this was in the game. The game just shows A2. She doesn't have a past, nothing. They don't show anything of that. But here they actually made a separate story for A2. They gave her a past. They made a separate whole new character, Lily, for A2 and her character development. you know so I feel like A2 got the most out of the anime, because like they did a great job for A2. I feel like the anime made me like A2 even more than I liked her in the game. I liked A2 in the game, but the anime does such a great job to make us like A2 so much more. you know um yeah, so mainly if you think about it, the game focuses only on 9S and 2B. These are the only two characters that they actually focus on. You know, like A2 is there, but she's also kind of, a little bit. But the anime absolutely did a great job in so the game has its good parts, good moments. The anime also has its good moments. It's not just like, oh, the anime is like a inferior version of the game. No, I wouldn't say that. They did a great job with the characters in the anime. I absolutely loved it. I love A2 so much more now that I've watched the anime. you know and I have a newfound respect for her. So yeah, all these things, Pascal, and all of these characters, the game, that is where the anime excelled, and it bloomed, and I love that. I love it for that. Right. Also, I guess you could say this is another thing that the anime couldn't have done, but they tried their best, is the side missions. One thing in NieR Automata, the game, excels in is the side missions. Every single side missions have such a interesting story connected to it. I remember there was a few side missions that absolutely made me question what the hell is wrong with these people. Like, there was a few missions that I was like, God damn, this is brutal. And and this is where I feel like NieR Replicant fails horribly. The side missions in NieR Replicant is absolute garbage. Like, there's a few of them that are really good. Most of them is just, oh, go from this place, buy some flower seed, take this thing to that person, and you literally have to just run around the whole damn map, literally, like, without any type of absolute garbage side missions. NieR Replicant. However, the NieR Replicant story, the main story, is very good. Side missions are absolutely horrible. NieR Replicant. NieR Automata side missions are absolutely fantastic. Every single side mission is just so good. It has a story to it, and like I said, like NieR Automata side missions reminded me of Witcher 3 side missions, where every single side missions like had a story to it, and it makes you like want to play the side missions, because they're so interesting. But obviously, the anime cannot really do that. They did put in a few side missions which I really liked. For example, like 21O telling 9S to go and bring that some. The lunar tier side mission was there in the anime. Like, these important side missions were there in the anime as well, which I really liked. But yeah, that is also where the game excels, the side missions. So all these things, totally. I still prefer the game more than the anime, but the anime is still pretty damn good. It excels in a few things that the anime isn't able to, the game isn't able to excel in. The characters, and I love that the anime did that. So yeah. So in my opinion, I feel like you should play the game first and then watch the anime, and then you'll get a better experience of the characters, and you'll be able to appreciate them even more. But I feel like everyone should play the game first, because like I said, the game gives you a completely different experience, especially the ending. The ending part, you're just blown away by the ending. The anime, obviously, being at an anime format, they cannot really give us that experience. They tried their best, obviously, and I really applaud them for that. But it still misses a little bit, the ending. But everything else about the anime was fantastic. And you know what? This was a really well adapted game. I'm glad, because NieR Automata deserves it. Right. So overall, that was today's episode, the final episode. I really hope there are some more NieR projects in the future. You know, like for example, I don't know, maybe someday they'll decide to adapt replicant. That'll be kind of nice. But I hope in the game as well, like you know, like I hope after NieR Automata something else comes. And you know, just like how NieR Automata, maybe something else after that. I really hope they make more games. I'm currently playing replicant, so you know, and I'm having a good time, except the freaking side missions, you know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Fantastic ending. And yeah, the only nitpick I have at the end is the pods. I don't like what they did to the pods. I'm I'm really not happy about that. But either way, that was it. Right. Yeah. And there you go. That was today's episode. That was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Nothing much to talk about scene by scene because I literally discussed everything, up until now. A few things. First and foremost, the pods. That whole section where the pods start talking to each other, and pod, 042 tells pod 153 is like, do you want it to end like this? Like not everything, like needs to be like the orders and everything, that has been given to us. Not everything needs to go like that. Do you really want this ending to happen? And while all this is happening, you can see 9S and A2 are fighting, and 9S is just completely like he hates the world. And you can see the contrast here in such a crazy way, when 9S is saying every single thing that the world took for him and how he hates the world, while A2 is literally saying every single thing the world gave to her and how she wants to save the world. Like it is such a great way they did the whole contrast between these two. you know like it was brilliantly done. um yeah, and then we see 9S and A2 start fighting. A2 uses her berserker mode, but 9S has gone, too like, far. The whole infection has started going too much into it, into him. And you can see he starts going overboard over here, because in the end he like grabs A2 and starts hacking into her, and then he's like, oh, like, this is all your fault, this is what happened. She's trying to like completely like demoralize her in the end. And it was kind of getting she was also kind of getting affected. But in the end, there was a part of A2's memory where it was all the good parts, all the good memories she had, and she remembered Lily, her friends, her comrades, and that helped her snap out of it. And she completely like destroyed all the 9S that was like, in her head, all the 9S that was like hacking into her. So she destroyed it. The pod from the outside also helped, pod 042, to like help her break out of that. And in the end, when you can see she broke out of it, 9S says thank you. So you can see, obviously it's pretty, like apparent that 9S himself didn't want to go that overboard, but the virus infection was probably affecting him in a weird way, so he went that overboard and started hacking into A2 and all those things that he was doing. Either way, yeah, that was that. Right. After that, you can see A2 and 9S's memory, as they say, the memory thing kind of starts melding together. So she comes to a place where she sees 9S in front of her, and the machine life form concept comes in front of her. Obviously, A2 was very cautious about it, but the machine concept was like, no, don't worry, don't be alarmed. We don't want to fight you guys anymore. And the machine concept says, like, what we're going to do is we're going to go out in the outer space. What this shoots is not really like a ballistic or a missile or something. It's an arc, and in this arc we'll seal ourselves and we'll move across the space through all eternity. And where's that part? Yeah, and we're going to go on a journey. This journey may be wandering an empty sky for eternity, but yeah, we do not mind. And you can see here all the machine life forms here. Adam is there, Eve is there, Pascal is there, and these. I just realized something. I never knew it. Now that I'm playing Replicant, I just realized the few of the machine life forms actually were the mask that they're wearing is from Facade, like Facade, like like the in NieR, that mask. That's very interesting. Like I've seen these like machine life forms so many places in the game. Obviously, I didn't play NieR Replicant then, so I had no clue what these masks were about. But it's very interesting to see that these masks are actually from NieR, like Replicant, that they're wearing. I do wonder what the connection is. I guess they probably tried to, like how they tried, all the machine life form tries to imitate humans. That's probably what they did. Like they tried to imitate people from facade, whatever you call it, the pronunciation, I don't know. Yeah. So that's probably what they did. I don't know. Anyways, right. So that's what happens. Yeah, and you can see here like A2's like trying to like tells the pod to heal 9S from the infection, but pod is like it's not possible now. At which A2's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. But then the pod is like, then I cannot allow this. Your own body will be at risk. Yeah, but she's like, yeah, I don't, I want this. Yeah, and in the end, they kind of gave her an option. It's like, oh, you want to go with us or you want to stay here? Yeah, and I'm guessing A2 chose like she wants to stay here. And that's one of the options at the final part of the game. And the arc shoots, and you can see A2 looks at the sky and says, this is the first time I've realized how beautiful this world is. And you can see the pods carrying 9S back. And that's where the ended credit starts like going. And I was like, yeah, they're going to do it because still half of the episode still left. And yeah, they stop the end credit scene and we see what happens. The pods talk to each other and they're like, yeah, like, like even though this is something that we've been ordered to do you really want to do it? And and then we see they are going and bringing back 9S. But from here, the extra additional anime scene gets added is where the tower service is like, oh, like the project, like like Yorha, we are supposed to like delete everything and destroy all the like the androids and everything, and all the pods are starting to do that. And like this is completely anime original, where then we get to the point where pod 042 is like, let me handle this, and he goes and confronts all the other pods and they question each other. 042 is like asks the other pods that this is really what you want to do, this and that, but in the end it doesn't work. All the pod starts attacking him, but then pod 153 hacks the satellite and blows them all up. But it's not over yet. They then get attacked by a lot of other of the pods, and finally we see they were able to defeat all the pods, but in the end they themselves weren't able to survive. You can see pod 042 is already broken and fallen beside 9S and 2B, and you can see pod 153 has brought the final piece that is part of a hand and drops it in front of them, and then the pod also falls down and says that I've I've been able to keep your wish. 042, your wish. Yeah, and then they kind of zoom out and they show that window, that empty window with the sword. I'm like, bro, where is A2? Because A2 is supposed to be there, and then we see 9S, and I wasn't able to concentrate in this part because I was like, where is A2? And then 9S wakes up and 2B wakes up, and 9S, obviously they mentioned they'll have their memories. So 2B gets up and 2B is like, oh, 9's, good morning. And then finally we see this girl. As I check later on, her name is apparently Accord and she's supposed to be a merchant. I don't know why they put her over here. Like, was that like an Easter egg or something? And she like looks at you and winks and then just leaves. So she was from Drakengard as far as I can see from the wiki. So I don't really know her that much, and I haven't played NieR Replicant that much. I'm still in the first half, not first, but the second half, but at the beginning of it. So I still haven't seen Accord, apparently. I don't know if I'll meet her later. but I didn't know this character, so I was thinking like, oh wait, what the hell is this, like A2 spirit or something, like I don't know. And the way she kind of like just disappears. Yeah, so I was like, what the hell? But then in the end, I check out and I was like, oh, this is someone else, this is not A2 spirit or whatever. So as we see, A2 is there with the lunar tear beside her. Yeah, so it was pretty obvious in the end that A2 is also okay. She'll probably wake up soon as well. Just like how in the end you see A2 is just there and they don't really show her waking up. That's exactly how they did with 9S and 2B and A2 in the game as well. But here they kind of showed A2 and 2B 2B and 9S get up and greet each other. So there you go. That was the ending of NieR Automata. Yeah, so I gave my whole impression. I talked about what were what were different and what was like not different. But yeah, I feel like the game isn't like, I actually expected the game to be like an inferior version of the the anime to be like an inferior version of the game. But overall, honestly, like I said, I think like the game does the characters god damn it, the anime does the characters so well. Like the anime has its shortcomings, like I said, like a lot of things you won't be able to experience from the anime that you were able to experience from the game. Especially because the game is more interactive, because it's a game. But I feel like the anime actually kind of like, to compensate for that, they were able to do a really good job with the characters. Because yeah, a lot of characters in the game are not as fleshed out as we see here in the anime. Like I said, I liked A2 in the game, but after watching the anime, I like her even more. Like they really gave like a lot of oh, also Devil and Popol, a lot of the things they were actually able to do it in a really good way. So overall, I think it kind of like, even though I still prefer the game, I think the anime shines in its own way. It's not just like, oh, it's just a like inferior version of the game. No, the anime has its own really good parts, and it has few sections where it actually surpasses the game, like its characters. They were able to do a really good job with the characters. And they were able to show them in a very much fleshed manner, like, than the game. The game does a really good job with 2B and 9S and a little bit of A2 Pascal, and that's it, not more than that. The anime, however, like all the characters we saw here, they were able to do a good job with them. Some new anime only characters like Lily, they did a great job with Jackass, because Jackass was a jackass in the game, but here she's actually likable. And Devil and Popol, we saw them in the game, and we just saw them a little bit, and then we had to like read their story. But here they really showed them who they are, and they did a really good job with Devil and Popol as well. And last but not the least, and the character that I feel like they did the best job with is A2. They did one of the best jobs with A2's character. They made her so much more, like, I don't know, like, I feel like they did, like, A2 was good in the game, but they did such a great job, and they enhanced her character so much more in the anime. So yeah. Okay, and there you go. That was it. That was the ending of NieR Automata. And yeah, I had a good time reacting to both the seasons. And yeah, it was a good ending. Yeah, so there you go. That is it. Let me know your opinion. People who have played the game, let me know what you liked and like what you disliked, maybe. But yeah, I feel like both the game and the anime has its own sections that it shines, and that's all that is needed. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. More new animes will be replacing these shows that are ending. I've already made a video on that. A few new animes will be replacing a few of the animes that will be ending. So yeah, I'll see you guys with one of the new animes in a new anime reaction video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.